Welcome to the post-game show after round 5 at the US Championships. I'm Women Grandmaster Katerina Nemcova, and I'm here with Grandmasters Yasser Seirawan and Maurice Ashley.
Kate, Maurice, I feel like today just blew up both tournaments. It's fantastic. Take a look at the standings. We have a contest.
Yes, just some incredible games. Alice Lee today won. Anna Sargsyan, she lost. Irina Krush won. Just great games. And here we see the tie for the first place, Alice Lee and Anna Sargsyan. And a three-way tie for the third place, Irina Krush, Anna Zatonsky, and Tatev Abrahamian.
It's tied at the top in the Open as well.
Yes, so today it was Wesley So with the quick draw, but Fabiano Caruana won, Hans Niemann won, which means there is a three-way tie for the first place.
And Maurice, for Tatev, it was her second victory in a row, and a nice one at that.
Yeah, the players came in after the rest day wanting to win for sure. They looked rested and rejuvenated. And when Tatev Abrahamian, she is one of those players that when she gets the attack going, she can play some spectacular chess. And today she pulled that off in absolute style. Take a look at the video.
You like
I like Black's position now.
Because?
Because the rook is on g file. That's a beautiful file.
Agreed.
I also like the queen on b6 on that diagonal.
Yep.
I wish to bring the bishop there too. So that's one way I am looking at if I can get knight e4.
Yeah, you're looking for an opportunity playing knight e4. The thing that bothers me is just what you said. The king is under duress. I'm worried about the move d5, d4. Because I'm thinking, if I take twice and that bishop shows up on c6,
that's game over.
That's game over. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm... And if I don't take the pawn, it's like a bowling ball. It hits all the pins as it goes d4, d3. So it feels like out of this opening, Atusas misplaced it. Tatev's attacking h6, g5 is being rewarded with a good position, good attacking position for Tatev at the moment over our reigning champion. But then came some losses.
And we see a handshake, so
Right
congratulations to Tatev Abrahamian.
And Kate, for me, the game of the tournament today was Carissa versus Anna. Anna has been fantastic.
Absolutely, and Carissa, she did not start her tournament well. She started with a loss, then 3 draws, and today she was paired with the leader, Anna Sargsyan. But she was up for the challenge, and she managed to win. Let's take a look.
Now we have a situation where white is just owning everything. Black has been trying their best, just basically bluffing with an attack on this side, but it's just white for choice. In this position, c takes d6, played queen to g7, 13 moves left. There'll be a little bit of a hope with the clock, maybe. Carissa will slip up with only 24 minutes left on her clock to figure out what to do. And right here, right now, the engine says this is your only bad piece, bringing in the game, allowing the move bishop takes f3, which you might be concerned with. It said, this rook's not relevant. Trust me, you're playing for a third straight title. This rook will look like a piece you want to save. The problem is there's just too many threats. Knight g4 is coming at you very quickly. You got to guard this square. So knight takes on e5.
Beautiful.
Guards the square, says, okay, go ahead, take my rook. Please take my rook. I will now capture back on d1. And now let's take a look at your position, because after knight takes, looks like you're hitting this piece. Thanks for pushing me to a fantastic square. And we know what's happening on that diagonal, and this position is completely busted.
Wow, for those of you joining us late, Anna made a very risky opening choice with her Kalashnikov and f7, f5. Carissa actually played really quite well to establish what we thought was an advantage, but then she castled short, giving Anna some chances, but Anna played
Over
g3.
pushes.
Yeah, g3, premature move, and Carissa in a dominating position. Only the time is against her at the moment.
There we have the
news.
resignation there.
Handshake. I thought Anna...
Carissa won a beautiful game in that Svashnikov, where she just found so many great moves and won against the leader, Anna Sargsyan.
Well, that just blew the tournament wide open.
Are you satisfied with the game and how it went in general? Just to tell us your feelings. And I mean, of course, beating the leader of the tournament, how important is it for you?
Sure. yeah, I mean, it's good to score against the leader. You know, if I lost this one, then kind of out of the running, and she's just sprinting away with it. But thankfully, I was able to lock in. Yeah, it's important. It's important to sort of get my first win, I think. Comes a little bit later than I'm expecting usually, but yeah.
And another important victory was Fabiano's victory over Darush. Darush found himself in time trouble, and Fabi was able to exploit the moment. Have a look at our video.
His chances are growing right now. His chances are growing by the second, in fact. Remember a moment ago I was talking about 10 minutes on the clock for Dariush? Right. Dariush hasn't moved, and now he's under 4 minutes. It's like a frozen man. Dude, your position's not bad at all. After rook to 8-7, it's not like this vicious mating attack that attacks that black is conjuring up. He has to make 17 moves now, and you've been talking, I was talking, we went out, everybody went and got coffee, came back, and he still hasn't moved. 3:30 now left on his clock to make 17 moves.
That's a lot of moves.
Against Fabiano Caruana, and we can't talk about major threats that Fabi has because
they're not there.
They're just not there. There's a game to play. Fabi is just going to sit there, just going to sit and relax.
It's about the clock.
And wait. I'm not going to make any sudden moves. You ain't going to startle him. You know, it's like the cat sneaking up.
Right.
You don't want to attack too soon. Just chill and let him sit there, be frozen. And as I'm speaking, he is now under 3 minutes, guys.
Yeah. So what if Dariush goes like rook e2?
Whatever move you make, it doesn't matter what you make. Just make a move. You've got 250 and ticking. This is a man who gets into time pressure consistently and is allowing that weakness of his, this condition, and he's finally moved.
He played the move Queen E2.
He finally played the move Queen E2, and it's a bad one at that. It makes the position worse. Now instead of Rook E2, for example, he's played it. Now Fabi has 35 minutes and 48 seconds to find a move that's any sort of challenge to White, and then White will have to think again for another. Well, can't think for 3 minutes, that's for sure. 10 seconds left. What's going on in the board? He made a move with 8 seconds left on his clock.
He traded twice.
Trading off a couple of times. At least he got the 30 seconds. Fabi moved with some alacrity there, you can see. Fabi's feeling it as well. Like, you are feeling this time pressure. We've got to follow this because Dariush is in serious time pressure. He's not terribly or busted on the board, but he's in serious time pressure as we've seen.
He's traded.
Trade. This has taken place. I got to see the clock, though. I mean, the board is irrelevant, what I got here. We know what's coming. We got to see the clock. He's got 4 seconds.
Knight E2?
Played with 2 seconds on the clock.
With 2 seconds on the clock. Knight E2. Okay.
You got to make now 12 more, 11 actually more moves. 11 more moves with 32 ticks. You got your increment coming, but man, if one complicated move arrives, and Fabi's just showing, I'm a world-class player, and I'm gonna bully you now, and you can't just spot me that much time on the clock and start making mistakes. The king has too many moves.
He's gonna take the pawn on E5.
That's resigned.
And now the knight is also.
Now let me ask you a silly question.
Resignation.
What if he had just taken the rook? Wouldn't the guy have resigned?
Yes.
Why'd you waste all those moves?
You want to finish in a style.
Various ways to finish there, but Fabiano Caruana made a big jump into a tie for first place. And another player who made a jump into a tie for first place was one Hans Niemann as he defeated Abhimanyu Mishra, who was on a 71-game undefeated streak. It was quite the game. It was touch and go for quite some time, but the end game that Hans played was absolutely brilliant. One of the best end games we've seen in the U.S. Championship ever, and one I've ever called. Take a look at the video. So if you just joined us, this was a wild game. First, it was some control, but then Hans went into confession booth, felt that he had stopped a particular move, D5, in this game, and we can actually go back to that moment when he played back here.
Knight D2. Yep.
Right here, he played the move 92. He said D5 was not possible. D5 was simply impossible. And this move, D5, turned out to be the move his opponent did play. And they have gone through a series of exchanges in the position as Hans decided he wanted to prove his opponent wrong. He wanted to punish his opponent for the way he played. But Abi played very enterprising chess, but may have taken his foot off the gas for one move, allowing the knight to come into the game. And now we have this endgame on the board after knight to D6. Are these 3 pawns going to be enough to save Black's position? Because this piece will try to do damage, but these 3 pawns are the compensation. We'll see whether or not Hans is able to put some more pressure and maybe win the game, not only breaking the 71 game unbeaten streak that Mishra has, but also jump into a tie for first in the US Championship. They have made time control with a lot of imbalances in this position, a long way to go. The engine says it's only a little bit better for White at the moment.
Really?
These pawns are legit. Also, you'd like to be able to play C3 at some point and break up the team, but not an easy position to evaluate, and no question about it that Hans with the white pieces is still trying to figure out how to make this work. Far away from queening though, and having some obstacles in the way with the pawns on C4 and on C6. So we'll see whether or not he's going to be able to pressure some more, or will the Iron Man, 71 no losses and counting, Abhimanyu Mishra, undefeated in 71 games, will he be able to keep up that streak in this game? If he were to lose, both Hans and Fabi were projecting would jump into a tie for first with Wesley So, who drew earlier against Levon Aronian. Hilarious.
And A7 checkmate.
Allow me to checkmate.
Hilarious.
Wow, what a great game by Hans Niemann, winning against Abhimanyu Mishra. And let's take a look at schedule. Tomorrow, round 6, then 2 more rounds and another rest day, and last 3 rounds of the event.
Absolutely. We hope you enjoyed the highlights of round 5. Be sure to join us tomorrow for round 6. Some of our leaders face off together in key matchups. See you tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.